Good morning everybody, how are you keeping? I hope you're well. Unfortunately for me, it's been a bit of a low week. I'm feeling a bit down. I think it's a combination of things really. It's the continued bad news, presidential elections, presidents who can't abide by their own democratic systems, global pandemics, and then we've got continued furlough, lockdown, the prospect of spending Christmas away from our loved ones, and then just around the corner we've got Brexit and all the chaos of a no-deal Brexit. As we head towards winter, it's less riding opportunities, poor weather and longer nights. All of these things start to wear me down, So I thought in this video, rather than give you a history lesson, let's talk chemistry. Chemistry, yeah, that should cheer everybody up. That's what I thought. Well, specifically I want to talk to you about the 4 chemicals that are known to enhance your mood and make you feel better. Coming up. So then, what's the real cause of our happiness? And the answer is brain chemicals. Hormones are chemicals produced by glands across your body, and they travel through your bloodstream acting as messengers, playing a part in many bodily processes, and one of these functions is helping to regulate your mood. Our human biology has evolved these complex molecules and processes because we're a social animal, and it has aided our human evolutionary survival. There are 4 primary chemicals that can drive your positive emotions that you feel throughout the day. These are dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, sometimes referred to as DOS. Let's take a quick overview of each. Dopamine is a hormone and neurotransmitter that's an important part of your brain's reward system. It's associated with pleasurable sensations, along with learning, memory, motor system functions, and more. Serotonin helps regulate your mood as well as your sleep, appetite, digestion, learning ability, and memory. Oxytocin is released when you feel trust. It's that feel-good factor that you have when you're with a friend or a family member who you feel a bond with. It's associated with caring. Social trusts feel good because social alliances have enhanced survival benefits within groups. Just going over the bridge over the Weaver's Way. Went down there last week with Dave. Check that out in the video just up there. Quite considerably different weather to last week, for sure. And finally, endorphins. The word endorphin is the contracted form of endogenous morphine. Endorphins are released when you're feeling physical pain to give you a brief moment of euphoria as a survival mechanism. Real physical distress triggers endorphins, although laughing and crying also releases small amounts. Once you realise that happiness is heavily reliant upon these hormones, it doesn't take much to ask the question, is there anything that we can do to boost their production in order to enhance their natural mood-boosting abilities? And the good news is yes, there is, starting with exercise. Exercise has multiple physical health benefits, but it can also have an impact on your emotional well-being. So with all that science in mind, I've decided to take myself on a bike ride from Norwich, heading north up towards the Norfolk coast. I'm going to go to Cromer, along Sheringham, Weybourne and Holt, and let's see if any of that science is correct. And I'll tell you how I'm feeling during and after the ride. Let's get going. Today's bike ride sets off from Norwich in a north-northeasterly direction up towards Bacton on the Norfolk coast before turning northwest through the villages of Munsley, Cromer and Sheringham, a distance of about 52 kilometres before routing home through Holt direct to Norwich, a round-trip distance of about 100 kilometres. I've got to be honest, this morning I felt pretty reluctant about getting up and getting changed, going out on the bike in the cold. There was quite a bit of inertia, but I've got to be honest, I've only been going for about 45 minutes and I'm already starting to feel a bit better. It's really nice to see the sunshine. That definitely cheers me up.
Simply spending time outdoors will boost your endorphins and serotonin levels, and sunlight is a great way to do this. According to research, exposure to sunlight is linked with increased production of serotonin and endorphins.
Normally on a Sunday morning I'll be out cycling with my cycle group, which is Oxytocin Endorphins, based in Norwich, as you know, and I'm wearing the kit. Yeah, I love that because it's part of my weekly routine. It's a good chance to get out and exercise, meet like-minded people, have a bit of a laugh. And it's a shame that during these sort of periods of lockdown we can't exercise together. Serotonin, that's the hormone or neurotransmitter that gives you a sense of purpose or worth. And it's interesting that they found in scientific studies that when you exercise as a group, your serotonin levels are actually higher than when you do the same exercises solo. The limited scientific research that they've done into this seems to suggest that rowers who were exercising together in a boat produce more serotonin than when they do the same exercise on the rowing machine in the gym or by themselves out on the water. And this is interesting. Actually, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank my cycle club, Oxytocin Endorphins, for donating these overshoes, which I'm very proudly wearing this morning. Thanks a lot, guys. The other sport that I really enjoy doing, and that's running. And up until recently, I've been doing quite a lot of the park runs. That's a free 5k run in many of the parks around the UK and in some other locations around the world now. It's a growing thing. It's a 5k course. You get a little barcode, which at the end of the run, you hand in and you get it scanned, and it gives you your place and it records your time. And it's a motivator to keep a record of how well you're doing, whether or not you're improving, and comparing your times with other people. But the best thing about it is it's very sociable, and it's sort of mass human participatory event, which that's what I really like about it. And it's a shame that that's just another casualty of coronavirus in these times.
If you've already heard of the so-called runner's high, you may be aware of the link between exercise and endorphin release. But exercise doesn't just work on endorphins. Regular physical activity can also increase your dopamine and serotonin levels, making it a great option for boosting your happy hormones. Dopamine is associated with habit forming and achievements, so setting yourself a simple goal of cycling every week and going out regularly to achieve it will boost your chemical reward system.
Just the other side of Bacton Terminal here is the beach, and it's a fantastic stretch of about 3 to 5 k's of golden sand that runs up towards Munsley. And if you want to check that out, that's on that video just up here. Cheers. Stowe Hill, very fine windmill. It wouldn't be one of my videos without a windmill or a railway, right? Reached the coastal village of Munsley. Sheringham radar head, part of the UK's early warning defence system. Like a giant golf ball. one bloke just down here, absolutely mad, going in the sea. Crazy bloke. That can't be very warm. That's one way to get your endorphins going, I guess. Well, how am I feeling? Pretty good. A little bit tired. Done about 50 kilometres, but I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling buoyant, and the sun's still shining, which is the main thing. I'm taking a little break here at Sheringham. I'm going to have a coffee, and I'm going to eat this little pastry courtesy of Sainsbury's around the corner. My batteries have run out on my GoPro, so I won't film any of the ride back to Norwich, and I'll tell you how I feel when I get there. Thanks very much, and see you in a bit. See you back in Norwich.
In summary then, to maximise your happy hormones, go for a ride between 30 to 45 minutes minimum. Include a few friends or join a club. And try and get some sun and avoid that turbo trainer.
Well, I'm back from my ride. It was approximately 100 kilometres round trip. Thoroughly enjoyed that. The weather has stayed dry and sunny. But the big question is, apart from feeling knackered, how do I feel? Well, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I've got to say. So whether or not it's the endorphins, dopamine, oxytocin, or the serotonin, or a combination of all of those things, who knows? It's a very subjective thing, happiness. You know, it's not science here, how I feel right now, but I feel better now than I did last night or when I first got up in the morning. So whatever you choose to do to keep yourself happy and healthy, all the best to you. And until the next time, happy riding.